It is Fat Bear Week. I'm very excited. I love Fat Bear Week. It is the only valid tournament that I care about. It is more important than the NHL and more important than the Olympics, in my opinion. And the TLDR of Fat Bear Week is that it is a annual tournament hosted by Katmai National Park. Basically what you do is you look at pictures of the bears that they took and you figure out who is the fattest bear, and everyone votes, and then there's going to be a winner at the end of the week.
Hello, welcome back to the final installment for the semifinals. Today we're going to be looking at some contestants that obviously we've seen before. In the 10th matchup of Fat Bear Week, fan favorites 32 Chunk and 128 Grazer face off. Can Chunk the Hunk defeat the formidable force of fatness 128 Grazer? Or will the massive mama chuck the chunkster in the trash in the second semifinal match? So, yesterday I consulted the chat. Today I will not, because I think it's quite close. I'll be surprised if it's not a close match. But in my opinion, just going off of, gut instinct, 128 just seems to be a lot bigger to me. Let's do some analysis again. I think analysis is very important in this part of the competition. I mean, obviously, if you have some quick reflexes, quick judgment, that's definitely helpful, but I think that we can benefit from some analysis here. So anyways, looking at them, just looking at the face size versus like the length of the body or the general girth, 128, Grazer here, she's just fucking huge. She looks just massive compared to 32 Chunk. And on top of it, you can just see the amount of fat rolls on her shoulder here. Again, like that knee just doesn't exist. If I've learned anything from my multiple viewings of my 600-pound life, I know that grazing will most certainly lead to, weight gain, and it seems that Grazer has adopted that philosophy. Look at these cankles, holy shit, I didn't think a bear could have cankles, but we got some cankles going on there, girl. Beautiful, I love it. Overall, she just seems to have more evenly distributed fat. Chunk seems to hold it down in his belly, but 128 Grazer, it just kind of is better distributed. And so, we have to look at these bulbous, blubbery bears and make a decision here. And in my opinion, Grazer is the bigger one. Although I can see why some, people who are not as good as judging bears might be fooled by the flabbiness of his tummy and not take into account other characteristics. And so I could see why 128 Grazer would be unfairly, would lose unfairly. So I'm going to vote for Grazer. Oh, I was right. It is a tight match here. In my opinion, as I said, Grazer just looks larger than Chunk. This time I think that the people are wrong and people are clearly, not bringing their A game and are just defaulting to names in order to make their decisions. So Grazer has been tragically had her crown snatched from her head, and so I'm really sad that you aren't able to make it to the next round, Grazer, but I wish you luck for next season, and I hope you have a fantastic hibernation. So yeah, that's it. Peace.